How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going over the Vancouver Canucks and why they have fallen off so hard this season, comparative to how they were playing last season. If you take away last season, I mean, it's like an okay year. It's not too bad. So, but you add last season and how good they were, and now they've fallen down so much. I got a marker. I got some stats on a whiteboard so that I can read them out. I don't like doing it, editing and putting it on the screen right here because I look at the screen. Even though I do have a bit of a video outline on the screen, I'll kind of look and then talk. I don't know why I'm wasting time right now, but we will get into it after this. You guys all know, right down here in the corner, down there, Fanatics, support me. You can pick up jerseys like this one, Kiefer Sherwood, which is actually Fanatics. All the jerseys back there. Any jersey you want, you can pick up as long as they have it in stock. They're the official jersey retail and all gear retail for the NHL. And yeah, if you'll enjoy what I do, use that QR code, link in the description. You can support your favorite team by buying their merch, and you can also support me. And yeah, and then make sure to subscribe. That's another way to support me, right down below at the end of the video. I'm pretty sure it's right there. Not sure exactly where it is, but you can subscribe, and that would help me a lot. Also, liking this video, and make sure to check out that Quebec City Nordiques franchise mode episode 3 has came out. We had a huge trade deadline. We had a huge draft. We are looking really good in the future. I got a lot of assets for a lot of our players, and if you want to see what I got for the players that I dealt, check that video out. Alright, let's get right back into the video. Alright, now, Vancouver last year, they had 50 wins, they had 109 points, and they were top of the Pacific Division. They had a 12% shooting percentage, and they had a PDO of 102.5, and their save percentage was a 906. It'll all be on the whiteboard. Actually, I can bring it up right now. Why don't I bring it up? You'll see everything, but I will bring it up right now. So the points percentage is the main one I want to highlight right now. 66.5% point percentage last season, which, really good. Vancouver Canucks have a 54.3% shooting percentage. I'll bring that up so you guys can see it. Oh, you might still not be able to hear me. But yeah. And that is a drop-off of 12.2%. 2%. And yeah, that is not a fall-off they needed. They definitely needed to stay in that 65 and higher percent range when it comes to point percentage. That's just not something you want to see happen, especially after a great year and the future that you're looking to build towards with the Vancouver Canucks and how they are. But that isn't a main reason. That is an outcome to the reasons of why they have fallen off. And the first reason I do want to get into is PDO. That is something that a lot of people have talked about over this season, and especially last season, that Vancouver had a very high PDO, and that they fumbling the whiteboard. They had a very high PDO, and that it was unsustainable. And they were right. It was very unsustainable. I'll put it at the bottom of this board, even add it up. PDO, Vancouver Canucks had a 102.5 PDO last season. I'll put it right down here. And now this year, they have a 99.5% PDO. I'm just going to double check that real quick. I have it here on a document. Their PDO is 99.5. So that is a drop off of 3. I don't know why I put percent, but it is a drop off of 3. That is huge. But a 99.5 isn't horrible. Isn't too bad. I mean, it could be better. It could be 100, but it's not. It's like the 102.5 is unsustainable. The 99.5 is more realistic. Now, realistic, the Canucks have fallen off a lot. Another reason is shots on goal, which I do have up here. The Vancouver Canucks here, shots on goal. Put it right up there so you guys can see it. They have, last season, they had a 28.39. They averaged 28.39 shots on goal per game. This season, they averaged 25.41. Now, the reason I think that has fallen off is Talkit system. It's very not shot heavy, but also I think confidence and players, confidence and just not being able to get into the middle and keeping to the outside. A lot of Vancouver's attack zone time I've noticed this season has been around the edges. So, draw out a zone real quick. The Vancouver Canucks stick to mainly this area of the ice. You can see, I'm trying to keep myself in so that the microphone can hear me, but from there to there, right? And where are your high danger chances going to happen? It's going to happen in that square. So the Vancouver Canucks are being kept to the outside. They're going to have to shoot from the outside a lot. Not very high danger. Unless you could get someone in the middle for a rebound, right? If you're going for that outside shot, you need someone in the middle for the rebound. But if you want high danger chances, you need to get them from the middle of the ice. If you look at a lot of Brock Besser's goals, that's where they're scored. And now, when it comes to a zone, sure, most of your high danger chances can be in the slot. But another example of high danger chances is that blue line. Now, the shots from the blue line aren't what matters. It seems that the Vancouver Canucks aren't crowding that area of the ice when shots are coming in. You'll notice a lot of Vancouver's power play goals are like that because they're able to get the setup. They're able to get in position. They're able to get people in front. When they're breaking in 5-on-5 and they get in the zone, I've noticed that they are not getting to the middle of the ice. Now, I am probably going to ramble for a while. I'll get quickly to the next point that I want to make. Is shooting percentage is actually not as bad as it was. A 1% shooting difference. It's a clear drop off if it's only 1%, which is what I'll show you at the bottom here. Shooting percentage. They had a 12% shooting percentage last year. They have a 11% shooting percentage this year. It has dropped off 1%. Now, that is not too terrible, but if you realize that they're only taking 25, they're taking almost 3 less shots per game, then that's a huge difference because you're scoring, so you have more shots and you're scoring more goals. Now you're shooting less and you have a slightly less goal, slightly less shooting percentage, but you're taking less shots. So yeah, you're effective when you do take the shots. You need to take more shots. And that is something that has been emphasized a lot recently with Vancouver. Rick Tocchet has been talking to his players saying, you guys need to shoot the puck. You guys need to shoot it more. And I think that's what a lot of it is. Elias Pettersson's main thing this season. A lot of people have been saying that he's soft, saying that he's bad. It's not that. It's confidence. If he's not confident, he's not going to shoot the puck because he doesn't think he's going to. If he shoots the puck, he's going to score. So that's why he's trying to wait, pass it off, and then the play doesn't happen. Another key factor that is into this is goaltending and save percentage. Now, I'm not saying the goalies are bad. The goalies are still really good. Demko, when he's healthy, is so good. He looks great. The team doesn't play well in front of him, but he looks great. But you have to talk about the fact that the save percentage went from .906 last season to .885. I have the individual goalies statistics up here real quick. Let me just scroll up. I will write them down. Oh my god, it's so hot in this room. Sweating a little bit. Demko had a .917 last year. And it's a horrible 8, but I'm going to go with it. And this year is an .891. Now, it's only 17 games started, 6 wins, 6 losses, 3 overtime losses. Team has not looked good in front of him. His goals against average has gone up from 2.45 to 2.87. Now, I'm pretty sure that's more of our defense than it is goalies because Demko looks great. It's just getting a lot of chances against him. Now, in terms of our backups, this is where it goes up. So you would think it's weird, but also there's the caveat of DeSmith having a 8.95 last year. Now Lankinen having a 9.01. So that's up, even if it is 12%, or even if it is by 12. What am I talking about? 8.95, 9.01. That's 6. It's 16. 6. What am I talking about, dude? Oh my god, my brain is too much research. My brain is crazy. It's only a point. It's only a 6%. It's only a 6% jump. Oh my god, an alarm ruined. Cut my video off. Now, it's backup goalies. They have. We went from Casey DeSmith with an 8.95 going to a 9.01 for save percentage from Kevin Lankinen, and also a 2.9, 2.5. So we went from an 8.95 to a 9.01 with Lankinen, and we went from an 8.91 to a 2.59. Now, if we're talking the same games that Casey DeSmith played last season, which was only 29, that's great. It's better backup goalie. DeSmith even looked great the year prior. But when you're talking about how many games that Kevin Lankinen has played, so DeSmith started 27, Lankinen started 44. So they've had to come in 2 more games. Lankinen started way more games. And he's probably going to hit Demko's 51 this season that Demko reached last season because of the injuries. And that's our next point. Also, a minor thing is Shilovs goes from a 8.81 to a 8.61, right? He's not NHL ready. We kind of figured that out this season. You could also kind of look at that last season with his regular season stats as much as he did get wins, and in the playoffs as much as he did get wins. His individual stats were lower. He wasn't that good, so the team in front of him was better. That's the point that the team has fallen off. It's not the goalies. As much as the team's save percentage has gone down, that's why our PDO has gone down way more, right? Because if you take the 906 and you take the 11, it's a 102.5. It's 101.5. So if we have the same save percentage, 101.5, we're letting in more goals. To why we're also scoring way less. Oh my god, it's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. Everything in here is a mess. Everything with the team's a mess. I'm going crazy already trying to make this video. I think this is probably more entertaining. But yeah, that's the next point I wanted to get into was goals for, goals against. 3.4 to a 2.79. That's a 0.61% drop. A 2.70 to a 3.04. That's plus 0.34. But that's not good. We want minus. This team is making me go crazy. But I do think that there is a triple threat of reasons that add up to why this team isn't playing well. So, there's injuries. I am Charlie with Pepe Silvio right now. Injuries is the main one. Demko is the huge one. Without that legitimate starting goaltender, because Kevin Lankinen is a 1B, we don't have our 1A, that is Thatcher Demko, to help Lankinen's workload while also providing us good goaltending, because Demko's only started 17 games this season. Lankinen's, we want those numbers flipped at this time of the year with Shilov's playing a little less, but he could also play that much still, even though 6 losses, 2 wins, 1 overtime. He's not playing well, but it's the team as well. But that, not having the consistent goaltender that could be, because Lankinen, although he's really good, still he lets in the odd goal that could be on him, or when the team fails, he doesn't bail, right? When Demko, it seems like when the team fails, he bails them out. And then the second point is confidence. And the main one that when you talk about confidence is PD. It's the whole team. Why aren't we shooting as much? We need to shoot more. Like, we had a higher goals for per game. I understand we had puck luck. Our PDO was crazy. And just writing the other point real quick. Right, I know our PDO is crazy. That will be the next. That's the next point. Is progression PDO. I'll get to it. But the shooting, the confidence, when the goalie, it's a thing that falls. Right. Injuries affect confidence because we're letting in more goals. Our players are being less confident because they're ending up on a minus on the stat sheet. So their confidence drops. Their shooting drops. So injuries goes to confidence. I could just see myself with Charlie in the whole thing. Picturing this could be like a 20-minute video. But then confidence also gets attached to the regression of the PDO because we had unsustainable PDO. Now it's a more normal PDO. What's the word? A more honest PDO. But since our confidence is tanked and we've had injuries, and also the whole JT Miller Elias Pettersson thing blown out of proportion. I think that I know that the players are probably supposed to say that, but I think it's probably more than it's talked about more than what it actually was. I think it's the injuries, the not having the consistent goaltender that can bail you out, ruined the confidence of the players. They weren't able to shoot as much, and now hence they weren't scoring as more because although they are scoring with less shots on goal, that's like, I know it's only 3 less shots per game. That's like 200 less shots a season. 200 more shots, we can get more goals. So the injuries, letting in goals, derailed the confidence, combined with the regression that would be natural with the team, dropped us to this 54.3% win percentage, which is 12.2. 12.2% less than it was last season. So digging into the stats, there's obviously more that comes with the stats, which is why I tried to put in a little bit of the emotion, which is confidence, a little bit of things that stats can't predict, which is players getting hurt, and also something that the stats can predict with regression because of the unsustainable PDO. I think that is just a triple threat of horrible things that have ruined the season for the Vancouver Canucks, and it was why it looks like we could end up missing the playoffs. I'm confident that we could go make a push, even though we did lose to St. Louis and the Rangers in a game that we could have won. That we can still, like, I'm a hopeful Canucks fan, but realistically, going from this to this, you have to see that, and I know a lot of Canucks fans do, but you have to see the fact that it's an obvious regression. But I'm trying to point out the fact that I think it's this triple threat of the injuries that derailed the confidence combined with the regression that would be natural with the PTO that the Vancouver Canucks have fallen, and that this could have been seen from the playoffs as soon as Demko got hurt and how good we were doing. Looking at our PDO, seeing that it was too high, Demko gets hurt in the playoffs. The team wants to rush back injuries. That's another thing that I think the team does is they rush injuries. They rush players coming back. They get hurt again. They did it with Demko. Hughes, it happened as well. And then just the confidence of not having that back. And also our defense was bad. I'm not just blaming the goaltenders. I'm not even blaming the goaltenders. It's mainly injuries. Lankinen's getting overworked because he's supposed to be at 1B. Demko's not here because he's hurt. Our defense isn't as good, and which is natural. I think our save percentage was inflated, not our shooting percentage, because we're shooting at the same percentage. We're not getting the same amount of shots, but our save percentage has dropped drastically. It's dropped 0.021%. So yeah, I've been rambling for way too long. I'm gonna let that video be. I'm gonna let the comments dictate if I am right or wrong. I don't know. I kind of just went on a whole tangent. I thought it would be hilarious if I went crazy in a video, going all Pepe Sylvia, trying to figure out why the Canucks aren't doing that well this season. But that'll be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys stuck around through all the crazy, thank you so much. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Check out these two videos right here. This one's from I'm leaving this in because you guys have to see how I broke my brain trying to rack all this. This is from Monday. This is from Friday. Subscribe right down there. Check out those two videos. Subscribe to the channel. It'd be awesome to support me. See you guys in the next one.